The Arizona desert stretches endlessly under a scorching sun, heat distorting the horizon. A solitary figure labors at a remote excavation site, battling the oppressive heat. Daniel Robinson, a young geologist, persists in his work. The geologist searches for something. Daniel's hands tighten on the steering wheel, his focus absolute. The rhythm of the road pulses beneath Daniel, a steady beat in the day's journey. The upbeat music fills the car, a counterpoint to Daniel's intense concentration. Each mile blurs into the next as Daniel drives on, his purpose unwavering. With each turn, Daniel's determination grows, fueled by the relentless beat of the music. Amidst the bustling excavation site, Daniel stands, a figure of restrained unease. His strained interactions with colleagues hint at a deeper preoccupation. His gaze drifts repeatedly to his phone, a silent vigil for an urgent message. The excavation continues, yet his attention remains ensnared by the digital world. Each passing moment amplifies his anticipation, his focus unwavering. The weight of expectation hangs heavy, an unspoken plea for connection. Daniel's face is a mask of worry as he hastily abandons the excavation site, his departure abrupt and unexplained. He strides towards his Jeep, his haste betraying a deeper anxiety. Daniel climbs into the vehicle, his movements jerky with urgency. The engine roars to life as Daniel ignites the ignition, the vehicle vibrating with raw power. Tires spin, kicking up dust and gravel as he puts the car in drive. The Jeep lurches forward, speeding away from the site, leaving a cloud of dust in its wake. In the soft glow of his apartment, Daniel shares a heartfelt video call with his father, David Robinson. The laptop screen shows David Robinson, his face etched with warmth as he listens intently. They share a warm, loving conversation. The apartment radiates familial warmth, filled with unspoken words of love. The Arizona desert stretches endlessly, a canvas of desolation under the relentless sun. Daniel's Jeep appears as a solitary speck, hurtling down the deserted road. Dust billows behind the speeding vehicle, a testament to the unforgiving terrain. The landscape remains stark and barren, mocking any sign of life. Daniel presses onward, the Jeep a symbol of defiance against the harsh environment. Inside the confines of Daniel's Jeep, a sense of foreboding fills the air as Daniel's fingers dance across the screen of his phone, crafting a message, his face etched with worry. Daniel pauses, the message hanging heavy with unspoken dread. The words, "Something's not right," materialize on the screen, each letter amplifying the growing unease. The atmosphere in the Jeep thickens with tension as Daniel sends the message, a silent alarm echoing in his mind. Daniel stares ahead, lost in thought, the weight of his message pressing down on him. In the harsh light of day, Daniel's Jeep lies wrecked in the arid riverbed, a testament to nature's unforgiving power. The desert wind whispers through the exposed chassis, carrying tales of a violent struggle against the elements. Dust devils dance around the wreckage, adding an eerie, surreal quality to the desolate scene. The twisted metal glints ominously under the sun, a stark reminder of the dangers hidden within the serene landscape. The dry riverbed stretches endlessly, an unforgiving expanse that amplifies the sense of isolation and despair. The overturned Jeep casts a long, distorted shadow, a haunting silhouette against the backdrop of the desolate wasteland. Inside Daniel's wrecked Jeep, personal belongings lie scattered amidst the chaos. In stark contrast to the surrounding wreckage, Daniel's clothes are neatly folded. The unsettling order of the folded clothes creates an eerie calm. An unsettling puzzle of personal effects and ordered arrangement deepens the mystery. At the excavation site, Daniel's absence hangs heavy as his colleagues begin their search. The silence is broken only by the echoes of their voices, calling out Daniel's name. A growing unease settles over the team as they fan out across the site. Each shout for Daniel is met with an unsettling silence, amplifying their concern. The vastness of the excavation site becomes a stark reminder of how easily someone could disappear. The increasingly desperate calls for Daniel reverberate, unanswered, through the open space. Amidst the chaotic symphony of the police station, David Robinson stands as a beacon of worry, his face a canvas of etched concerns. He gestures wildly, his words lost in the station's cacophony, as he desperately tries to convey the urgency of his plea to the indifferent officer. The bustling station fades into background noise, phones ring, and officers rush. Yet David feels isolated. Surrounded by purposeful activity, he feels invisible, a ghost in the machine of justice. Frustration radiates from him, a palpable aura of desperation in the heart of the indifferent police station. Under the relentless Arizona sun, David Robinson begins his solitary quest. He navigates the unforgiving terrain, a lone figure against the vast expanse. Clutching a photograph of Daniel, hope flickers in his determined eyes. Each step echoes his unwavering resolve, a father's promise in the desolate landscape. The desert stretches endlessly, mirroring the depth of his commitment. He presses on, driven by a love that defies the harsh reality surrounding him. Inside Daniel's disheveled apartment, David meticulously begins his search, his movements sharp and intent. Amid the chaos, a crumpled map surfaces, its secrets waiting to be revealed. His eyes fixate on a location circled ominously in red, a beacon in the cartographic puzzle. The red circle seems to pulse with hidden meaning, drawing David deeper into the mystery. David's expression hardens, the discovery of the map signaling a critical turn in his quest. At the remote, rocky outcrop, David arrives, unaware of the ominous presence lurking. The circled location reveals itself, a rugged terrain that whispers secrets and shadows. A sense of unease washes over the scene, as if the very stones hold a silent dread. He pauses, sensing a shift in the atmosphere, a foreboding weight in the air. The landscape holds its breath, concealing its secrets from the unsuspecting traveler. In the sterile confines of the police station, David lays the map on the desk, a silent plea for understanding. The map lies flat, a potential gateway to truth, yet ignored. The detective dismisses it with a casual wave, indifference clouding his face. The detective remains seated, his expression unmoved as the map remains untouched. Under the relentless Arizona sun, David persists in his desperate search. Volunteers join the cause, their figures small against the vast, unforgiving landscape. Drones buzz like mechanical insects, their cameras scanning the endless terrain. Search dogs tirelessly sniff, their noses twitching, driven by instinct and hope. The relentless sun beats down, casting long shadows that stretch and distort the already surreal scene. Hope flickers in the air, fragile as the desert wildflowers scattered among the rocks. In the dead of night, Daniel drives, the Jeep's headlights cutting through the inky darkness. Lost in the shadows, he scans his surroundings, a sense of disorientation clouding his mind. His eyes dart, searching for something unseen, as the engine hums a lonely tune. Muttering to himself, his words are swallowed by the night and the roar of the engine. He seems to be searching for something, somewhere, in the vast expanse of the night. The road stretches on, an endless path into the unknown, mirroring his own inner turmoil. Under the relentless sun, the cracked earth of the dry riverbed bakes, as Daniel's Jeep becomes the focal point of intense scrutiny. Each member of the forensic team moves with sharp precision, their focused movements contrasting against the desolate backdrop. A glint of metal reflects the sun, each tool a promise of revealing hidden truths within the wreckage. Inconsistencies surface, casting a shadow of doubt over the accident report, their faces hardening with newfound suspicion. The sun beats down, mirroring the intensity of their focus as they uncover discrepancies that challenge the official narrative. The dry riverbed, once a silent witness, now echoes with unspoken questions as Daniel's Jeep yields its secrets under the team's keen eyes. Inside the auto repair shop, a mechanic's brow furrows as he peers into the weathered Jeep. His eyes narrow at the odometer, silently confirming the Jeep's countless journeys. A low whistle escapes his lips, revealing a mix of surprise and respect for the enduring machine. The mechanic straightens up, a thoughtful expression etched across his face. He leans back, his gaze lingering on the Jeep's worn exterior, a testament to resilience. The stark interior of the police station buzzes with unspoken tension as David enters with unwavering purpose. With a resounding thud, David slams the file onto the desk, breaking the silence of the room. The sound echoes, amplifying the gravity of the moment. The detective leans back, his expression a mask of skepticism. His eyes narrow, scrutinizing David's every move. The sterile environment heightens the tension between them. Beneath the relentless Arizona sun, David stands resolute, a solitary figure against the unforgiving desert. Clutching a photo of his missing son, David's plea hangs in the air, a desperate echo in the vast emptiness. A small gathering of reporters and concerned locals listen intently, their faces etched with sympathy and concern. Please, if anyone has seen my son, anything at all, please come forward, David implores, his voice filled with raw emotion. We just want him home. David concludes, his words a poignant whisper carried away by the desert wind. The new studio glows under bright lights, a stark contrast to the grim headline, "Where is Daniel?" The screen blazes with the desperate question, Daniel's face haunting the background. The reporter's expression mirrors the city's anxiety, his stance unwavering. Monitors flicker with updates, each one a potential clue in the unfolding mystery. The studio buzzes with a focused intensity, a beacon of hope amidst uncertainty. Under the relentless Arizona sun, David ventures into a desolate landscape dotted with the gaping maws of abandoned mines. He approaches the first mine entrance, its darkness a stark contrast to the blinding desert light. He peers cautiously into the abyss, the air growing cooler as he approaches. He steps inside, the darkness swallowing him whole. The mine stands silent and still. David ventures into the mine shaft, the light from his flashlight slicing through the oppressive darkness. The beam dances across the rough-hewn walls, revealing the mine's cold, unforgiving embrace. Deeper he goes, the silence broken only by the echo of his own breathing and the drip of unseen water. A glimmer catches his eye, a piece of discarded clothing lies abandoned on the damp ground. He kneels, his heart pounding as he recognizes the fabric, a haunting reminder of Daniel. The cold seeps into his bones as he grips the cloth, a wave of despair washing over him. David emerges from the mine entrance, his face a canvas of stark terror. His hands tremble violently as he desperately clutches his phone, seeking connection. Frantically, he dials, his voice a strained whisper. I need to report a crime. His voice laced with dread, he reveals, I think I found something. Something terrible. David's words hang in the air, painting a chilling tableau of unseen horrors beneath the earth. Under the harsh fluorescent lights of the police station, a grizzled police detective sits wearily behind a cluttered desk. He exhales heavily, his eyes reflecting years of hard cases and sleepless nights. He runs a hand through his thinning hair, a gesture of deep contemplation and exhaustion. A moment of internal debate hangs heavy in the air, the weight of decision etched onto his face. With reluctant resolve, he nods slowly, sealing an agreement that promises to alter the course of the investigation. Under the relentless Arizona sun, search teams move across the vast, unforgiving desert landscape. The endless expanse of sand and rock offers no solace, only the stark reality of their fruitless search. Each step taken leaves behind only footprints, fleeting imprints on the unyielding terrain. The mine shaft looms in the distance, a silent sentinel to the secrets it holds. Hope dwindles with each passing hour, as the desert silence mocks their desperate efforts. The sun beats down, casting long shadows that mirror the growing despair of the search teams. In the dim light, Daniel's apartment becomes a cage as he begins to pace restlessly, his face etched with worry. The city lights cast long shadows, mirroring the turmoil within him. He clutches his phone tightly, the weight of unspoken words heavy in his hand. His voice cracks as he whispers into the phone, I can't tell you everything. Under the merciless Arizona sun, David arrives, his figure stark against the endless desert. He approaches a humble dwelling, a beacon in the desolate expanse, seeking answers from a local shaman. The shaman, weathered by time and wisdom, greets David with a knowing gaze, sensing the turmoil within. As David speaks of Daniel's disappearance, a palpable tension fills the air, heavy with unspoken dread. The shaman closes his eyes, his face clouding with concern as he delves into the unseen. The shaman's pronouncement echoes in the stillness. A dark energy surrounds this. A shadow has fallen. Sunlight streams through the library windows, casting the room in a golden glow. David sits surrounded by stacks of historical documents, his brow furrowed in thought. He runs a hand through his disheveled hair, his eyes fixated on a faded newspaper clipping. Local woman vanishes without a trace, the headline screams, hinting at buried secrets. A chill grips David as he connects the dots, realizing a pattern of unsettling disappearances. In the vast Arizona desert, David follows a faint hope, venturing into a secluded canyon. Deep within the canyon's embrace, a trace emerges, tire tracks cutting through the untouched earth. His determination sharpens as the tracks beckon him deeper into the unknown. The tracks lead further into the canyon's heart, promising answers or deeper mystery. David cautiously steps into the rugged embrace of the canyon, the towering walls echoing with silent secrets. Deeper in the canyon's heart, a hidden campsite reveals the silent story of a solitary dweller. The remnants of a fire pit hint at warmth amidst the cold stone. Tattered fabrics and scattered supplies whisper tales of survival and solitude. David stands amidst the forgotten traces, piecing together the puzzle of the canyon's elusive inhabitant. Under the scorching sun, David wanders through the desolate campsite, shadows stretching eerily across the red canyon walls. Near the cold remains of a fire pit, something catches his eye, beckoning him closer. He bends down and picks up a weathered notebook, its secrets hidden within. He holds the notebook in his hands, its pages filled with cryptic writings and strange drawings. He starts to flip through the notebook, his expression shifting to curiosity. Unsettling images and indecipherable words fill the pages, hinting at a story shrouded in mystery. Sunlight bathes the cryptography expert's office, a chaotic sanctuary of knowledge. David sits opposite Anna, their determination palpable amidst the disarray. Anna's sharp gaze pierces through the complex symbols that surround her. The office is filled with strange devices. Papers overflow, a testament to the intricate puzzles they seek to solve. In the stark, brightly lit room of the police station, a cryptography expert faces a police detective, the air thick with unspoken tension. Charts, covered in complex algorithms, litter the table, a testament to the intricate puzzle they are trying to solve. The detective leans in, his brow furrowed, his eyes fixed intently on the expert, absorbing every detail of the explanation. The expert gestures towards the charts, the fate of the case hanging on the deciphered codes. The detective listens intently, his expression a mask of concentration, as the expert deciphers the crucial codes. Beneath the scorching Arizona sun, David's weathered face reflects unwavering resolve. He gestures, organizing the search party amidst the stark, unforgiving desert. The group disperses, their figures dwarfed by the vast, shimmering expanse. Their focus remains fixed on the area detailed in the worn notebook David clutches. The heat shimmers, distorting the horizon as the search intensifies. Inside the bouncing Jeep, Daniel's grip tightens on the steering wheel, knuckles bone white. The Jeep swerves violently, a metallic beast struggling against unseen forces. His eyes dart frantically to the rearview mirror, reflecting a terror that claws at his sanity. He whips his head back to the road, a desperate attempt to regain control. Headlights blaze in the mirror, predatory eyes closing in, promising inescapable doom. The pursuing vehicle gains, a relentless hunter closing in on its prey. On the desert road, Daniel's Jeep is violently forced off course by another vehicle. The Jeep swerves uncontrollably, its tires struggling for grip as it hurtles towards the edge. The vehicle plunges over the embankment, a brief moment of weightlessness before the inevitable crash. The Jeep crashes violently into the dry riverbed, a cloud of dust and sand billowing into the arid sky. Heat shimmers above the parched riverbed as figures materialize from a distant vehicle. Their distorted forms move towards Daniel's wrecked jeep, silhouetted against the sun. Menacing hands reach into the wreckage, seizing Daniel. Daniel is dragged, roughly, from the twisted metal. Isolated and vulnerable, Daniel sits bound on a rickety chair, the relentless sun amplifying his despair. Shadowy figures loom on either side, their faces hidden, their presence a silent threat. The captors press in, their voices cold and demanding. "Tell us what you know, Daniel." Daniel remains silent, the weight of his secrets battling with the fear etched across his face. Daniel sits bound, sweat glistening on his brow, a picture of defiance against unseen threats. Unseen figure one's voice cuts through the tense air. "We are running out of patience, Daniel." Daniel, unyielding, retorts. "I have nothing to say to you." Unseen figure two's ominous words hang heavy. Perhaps a little persuasion is in order. Under the relentless Arizona sun, sweat glistens on David's brow as he battles through the arid landscape. An unusual rock formation catches his eye, promising a hidden secret. Cautiously, he approaches, revealing a cave entrance veiled in sand and shadow. The discovery aligns with the sketches from the notebook he carries, confirming his quest. David steps into the cave, the heavy air thick with the scent of damp earth and metallic tang. Shadows cling to the walls as David's eyes adjust to the dim light, revealing a disturbing scene. Dark bloodstains smear the stone floor, speaking of violence. Broken objects lie scattered, silent witnesses to a brutal struggle. The metallic scent intensifies, a stark reminder of the violence. Sunlight floods the mouth of a dark cave, highlighting the secrets hidden within. Amidst the stones, David kneels, his fingers searching for a sign. His fingers close around something small, a tarnished compass emerging from the dust. A sad realization dawns on David's face, a silent understanding of the compass's owner. In the sterile environment of the police station, David meticulously presents evidence before the seasoned detective. Each artifact tells a silent, haunting narrative, laid bare for scrutiny. The detective's skepticism slowly melts into grim acceptance as he studies the scene. After a long, heavy silence, the detective nods. "All right, David, we'll launch a full-scale investigation." Under the relentless Arizona sun, a vast desert landscape stretches, its silence soon to be broken. The calm is shattered as police vehicles and search teams arrive, their presence a stark contrast to the serene backdrop. A flurry of activity begins as the teams spread out, each member focused on their assigned sector. The methodical search intensifies, every inch of the arid terrain scrutinized for any sign. The sweeping search continues, the vastness of the desert emphasizing the immensity of their task. At a remote location, police officers arrive, their figures stark against the desolate landscape. The scene reveals the stark reality of Daniel's captivity, now deserted and hauntingly silent. Evidence markers stand as silent witnesses to the captor's hasty retreat, each a piece of the puzzle left behind. The setting is a testament to the ordeal endured, the emptiness echoing the trauma. Under the relentless Arizona sun, David is alone in the vast desert, the heat distorting the horizon. His shoulders slump, reflecting a profound grief as the sun beats down. The weight of his son's loss presses down, the horizon a mocking reminder of his solitude. The heat shimmers, an almost tangible representation of his inner turmoil. Alone, he confronts the crushing reality. His son is gone, leaving an unfillable void. Years drift by, yet amidst the Arizona desert's harsh embrace, David persists, his face telling tales of time and unwavering resolve. The desert unfolds endlessly before him, an ocean of heat mirroring his relentless quest. Driven by love's echo and the fragile hope of solace, his gaze sweeps across the horizon. Each grain of sand whispers stories of longing as he seeks what was lost. The Arizona desert stretches endlessly, painted in hues of red and orange as the sun begins its descent. Wind whips around David, carrying sand and whispers of dry earth. He stands alone, a solitary figure dwarfed by the immensity of the landscape. The setting sun casts long shadows, accentuating his isolation and determination. A promise hangs in the air as David's voice breaks the silence. "I'll never give up on you, Daniel." His words echo into the vastness, a testament to unwavering loyalty.